thank you for joining me. These YouTube clips are a labor of love, and I hope that you enjoy them as much as I do making them. The purpose is to help open up some doors, educate, but if they don't resonate with you, let them go and move on to the next. I hope you will sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thanks for watching. This video is from me, Carolyn. I realized when I was putting together a seminar for Helping Parents Heal, which is a group of wonderful people who gathered together to just talk about their loss of their children. Great healing goes on, lots of support, very important. In Canada, there are only 2, unfortunately, and I do hope there will be more. There's one in Ottawa and one in Mississauga, which is just outside of Toronto. In the States, there are more. So if you're looking for more information on helping parents heal and perhaps even opening up another chapter, please think it's a wonderful, wonderful experience for those who are looking for a place of healing. So I went to speak to a group, and I started thinking about all the other signs from Spirit. I watched the 2 videos that I've already done on YouTube, and you can find them on my channel called Signs from Spirit. But I realized I made another 8. I found another 8, so I'm going to share these with you. So these are more signs from Spirit. And the first one is you have to remember that these experiences are subtle, and sometimes we push them off because they're not logical. So be very careful. Say, for instance, the second thing to watch is you have a thought in your head that reminds you of somebody who passed away. It sounds like them, or the cadence of voice or the language used just sounds like them, reminds you of them. That is them speaking to you telepathically. So you need to remember to say thank you in your mind, because they can hear you. And when you acknowledge it, more comes. It becomes stronger, and you'll be able to understand what it is when it happens. So don't be logical with this. Our left brain tries to keep us safe by making things that are not logical irrelevant. Don't do that. Number 3, lights are flickering. So I'm talking about incandescent bulbs. You might see floor lamps or table lamps or ceiling lamps flickering. And they love to play with, they being Spirit, love to play with electricity. And the way I test them is I ask them to stop doing it, and it should happen. Your lights should stop flickering. And if you want them to have that done again, ask them to do it again, and they should start flickering. So you can play with that. The other one is the electronics act up. So I've heard of clients who have had their cell phones go off from a phone number of a person that is deceased, and they pick it up and there's nobody on the other end. Or they have heard a very quiet sounding voice on the phone that was the spirit person, because they could tell by the cadence and the sound of it. And some have had their electronics played by the spirit person leaving a message on the phone. So watch for that. A high-pitched ring in either ear, usually not both. It plays one side then the other. If it's all the time, it's not spirit. That's usually tinnitus, but it comes and goes. And the reason you get high-pitched ringing in your ear is because they vibrate at a different level. Higher level, so it'll come across as that ring. As a matter of fact, while I'm talking to you now, I've got this high-pitched ring in my ear because I know Spirit's working with me. Digital photos with orbs. So orbs look like little circles. They can be different colors, or they can be milky white. And the best time to take these pictures is A, ask for them to show up, and B, during celebrations, especially if family, loved ones, friends are gathering, because they are thinking of this person in spirit. It really builds the energy, and sometimes you can get a lovely photograph of these orbs in digital photography. Doesn't really work with film photography. I don't know why, but use your digital camera. feeling of cobwebs on the face or air, coolish air, that's spirit. So the reason it's cool is because they are cooler. They're not warm-blooded like you and I, because they don't have our physical body like we do. So it comes across as like a air or goosebumps on one side of your body, but maybe cooler again. Cobwebs, I don't know why they do that, but it it does happen. It happens to me a lot, especially when my mentor is close by. And raps or knocks, you can hear them on the wall. Sometimes your television will crack, and it's not because it's cooler or hotter or less humid or more humid. It can happen at any time. And raps and knocks actually happened in a cabin in upstate New York with the Fox sisters, and that was the start of spiritualism. So that's another way that spirit can work to communicate with you. So know that these 8 can be added to the other 2 videos where I listed more. So hopefully with this list, you'll be able to recognize and tap into your spirit people.